Hello friends, today we are making some Valentine Day card and some mixed media cards, as well as showing some new techniques with the multiple layering stencils with this my monthly hero art kits, and we're gonna make a different kind of cards using the same products multiple times. So let's jump into the process. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, and today is the unboxing of Hero my monthly art kit, as well as we're gonna make some fun stuff out of it. So I have a premium subscription, and in this we got a little bit more, like this much we got with the regular more, and this one you will get the regular sheet also. So you're gonna get 3 inks, Summery Sky, Aliza and Moss, as well as this beautiful die. So this is the big word like love you. You can use only love or you, or we can use this heart also, and we're gonna clip apart just like that by doing this, or you can use the tool to cut it out. And this is the die. So we're getting this kind of nice handmade kind of watercolor paper, and they have a very fabric kind of structure to them, and it is really nice. Other thing we'll get is this big stamp. You make me smile, be my Valentine, you have order, sending you, love you. This is really nice and bold sentiments. I really love them. Another thing is we get this stencil pack. This is having layering stencils things. So I don't buy much inks. I mostly use the distress oxide thing. So we will use distress oxide to create this. But this is kind of a layering stencil where you get this kind of effect with the flowers and things. All the things are written here. And in the premium kit, we get this extra, this gold leaf flakes, as well as the black liquor pen. I think I have one more liquor pen with the previous. No, it's like unicorn liquor pen, and this one is liquor pen with the sparkle clear. Okay, let's see what is the difference. Then we get another shimmery thing. I hope this one is kind of same with this one. It's also got in last kit, but this is like more in magenta thing, and this is a little bit toned down. It's more in pink color, so we can use both of them to mix and get something else. This is Hero Art sprays are really nice. And then we'll get this versatile die to create some kind of mixed media kind of flowers and things. I subscribed this kit when like I today also I make more cards. I'm gonna put all these dies together, but nowadays they have that kind of mixed media kind of theme going on all around. And in the art, let's spread sets on the watercolor, as well as this panel also. I want to see how this panel react. I have some kind of different paper with me, but this is the kind of paper which is mostly used with the fabric. I'll show you that one also. So I'm going to use the same box which the kit came, and then I'm gonna just shake it nicely, and it's a kind of medium sized bottle I can say. And then I will just spritz it little bits, nice shimmery thing going on. And wherever it's more, you can see the shimmer. Now other thing is kind of to clean and not clogging, you can just put this clean, use any rag, and I'm gonna put that aside. So if you see this color, it's a little bit on the pinkish tone, not like other ones. And on this you can see where the shimmer is going. And I always love to create two cardstock, two things with one. I already have this paper. Now this paper is, I want to die cut out something, and it is didn't die cut out properly, and I have this scrap of paper here in one of my baskets, so I just use that. So I got that heart impression there also. And this one is kind of nice. We can just go ahead and grab a little bit of that shimmer from this one and add on this one. So it is quite nice shimmery. It's definitely different than this Fikasha color. So maybe they are launching the new colors. Always they put something nice to try new. And then for particularly these are very nice and bold sentiments. So we're gonna create something out of it. At the same time, we will test this one also. So these are the stencils, the layering stencils, and they have this, always they have this 4 corners to line up your stencils, as well as Hero Arts always put the names also. So this is like MHS next, and this is 1. So this is 1, and maybe this is 2, yeah, and 3, 4. So you don't have to remember. If you're like, it's hard to find that which one is which, you can just take any pen like Sharpie or something like that, and you can just put 5, and this one is 4. So So after numbering them, I'm just putting them in one pack so that I will have them, and I will use these inks as well as other inks. This is simple Nila Solar white cardstock. I'm just putting those four corner marks and using the painter's tape, and then using this yellow distress ink, mustard seeds. Actually, I want to introduce another color in this, and I will show you the color combination with the kits came in color, like those ink cubes. Also, you can choose and go ahead a different color combination. You can take this kind of vibe or see the color combinations on the back of the card of the kit also, or you can choose your own. So these are the combinations I decided to use, and I'll definitely think that if I use the different colors, you will get a different effect. And the same time, you can change the background cardstock also for these kind of layered stenciling. Like in the upcoming card, you can see that how I use the black cardstock and use the whole distress oxide inks on them. You can use the craft cardstock, and you can get all the black and brownish shade of the colors or distress oxides. Then you will get very vintagey effect with them. Or you can use the dark color cardstock, like a chocolate color cardstock, dark navy brown, dark maroon, and you can get these kind of lighter colors effect on them. That will also be a nice idea. Or you can get a light color cardstock and add the same tone and tone, like sky blue cardstock, and then add all the shades of blues, different shades of blues ink on them, and that will give you a different idea. I will not show you all the ideas. I'm gonna show you only this one as well as the black one, because it is too much to show in the one video, but I'll try my best to show the other ones. Then I'm just using and swatching these inks on the small leftover piece of cardstock, and then I will just heat emboss those sentiment on it. I did that. I thought that brown or like golden will look prominent on it, but the ink sets are too much. So if you are doing this, you can go ahead and use the black embossing powder, or you can use the darkest shades of the embossing powder. And then I just heat set them and keep aside to adding on my card. Most of the times I love these kind of techniques, which kind of mix and match the things together, and it looks the part of the whole card, and it's really fun. So now I die cut out them with the scallop border die. You can use the spellbinders, you can use, mine was the MFT's one. I have it's from the long time. And then I'm using the just T scale to line up my die cutouts. I want to die cut out that word from one of my panel, and other I will die cut out the heart shape which came in the kit. If you don't have the same kit, but still if you have the pattern paper like this, you can create the same kind of look and achieve it. Then next I want to show you the distress oxides on the black color cardstock, and it's such a beautiful card. So I use here distress oxides on the simple black card. I'm using same layering technique, nothing fancy, just I'm using the distress oxides because those gonna pop up on the black color cardstock. You can choose the craft or other dark color also, as I told you before. Just try to make the combination. Here I'm using the pickled raspberry, caddy and apple, and I use, I think, craft pistachio also a little bit. And then I'm just going here and there, just adding more colors according to what I feel look good on that. Then I used a little bit of sky blue, that blue feather color, and it turned out really well. Although this last color add much on your card, but first of all I took the antique linen color, and then I like, oh my god, it's nice popping color. And then I just trim off the panel little bit to make it little bit more straighten on the edges, and I decided to make a big card out of it. So I took the 5x7 card base, and then I just trim off accordingly. And then I decided to layer up again on the different color cardstocks, but before that I want to stamp on it. So first of all I decided that I'll stamp on it, and then I do it. So I didn't cut out this process. So I want to tell you, you should not do that. Whenever you use the distress inks, you can just go with the clear embossing powder on all those flowers and then hit set them, and they will look so beautiful. Here I make a mistake. I put the white embossing powder on them, so it gonna stick all over. So I just remove that and then choose the black card base to put my sentiment on it. But you can go ahead, I don't have clear embossing powder at that moment, but you can go ahead and use clear embossing powder on those flowers, and it will give a really transparent, nice look, shiny look to them. Then I'm just fuzzy cutting the things little bit, and then I just decided to put all over in the middle of that card base where the big flower is there, using simple techniques, nothing fancy. And then it's time to put up all those cards together. So here I have one of the piece which is not embossed properly. It is kind of a leafy embossing 3D folder from the spellbinders, so I don't want to throw that piece, and I use this time. And then although it's having didn't emboss properly with the folder, but it still have that little bit of embossing, I put the yellow color, and then I'm just creating the shadow with the dark green color cardstock, which is kind of shimmery. And here I can use, like, why I'm making all the love you cards, we can make some thank you or appreciation cards also. Again, I'm making the shadow with same green glittery cardstock, and then I put there. So here I'm just showing you the different combinations. I end up doing something else at the end, as usual I do. So these are the spreads we did on the cardstock. Now I use his MFT's Starburst. You can use same, the hero heart came with the heart Starbucks kind of stencil, and then I put that lacquer paint in a heart shape there, and then I put those gold flecks on it, and it is giving that golden heart to me. It is very simple card, but it looks very nice and elegant with all that golden things. And then I just keep that aside. Then I stamp thank you, just because it took a little bit time to dry. I don't want to remove those flakes before drying. I use again the yellow ink, yellow mustard seed ink, to put all the things cohesive. Then I'm just trying different backgrounds. This is the process where someone get a different thing, because it's everybody has like different kind of things and different kind of likes. I'm kind of searching for the perfect shapes and in between shades, and in between this is just done. And then I decided that what should I put there, and then okay, I'll go with that. Finally decided. And then these are the things I want. Sometimes I change the things, sometimes I see something else and I do that way. You can go ahead and stamp bunch of the things all together, and then you can just put them on it, or you can just keep it blank and you can just put love or you on there, and you can mix match your sentiment. Then I'm using again that golden thing on that stuff. And then you remember this, we just did it before, and then I add little bit of ink cubes on all the corners. That gives a really nice cohesive look. At the same time, it looks really nice, and rather than full white card. And then I'm just paneling them again and again. I want little bit thickness, but I don't want to add that foam behind it, or foam tape behind it. So I just layer multiple times with the cardstock, and then I choose this pop of color. I know this is a very bright color, it's kind of a citrus color, but I loved it, and I decided to put it on, layer it on the different layers. And then we add that heart on top. That you can use a foam tape also here, or foam dots also, whatever you prefer. And then I'm just putting the acrylic blocks on it to that it is kind of stick together properly. And then I add that fluorescent green pop color on this background also, so it will look more cohesive, as well as it's kind of bind together all the stuff. Then this is also the card which we put there. Then I again put the acrylic block on there. So I'm just going backward and forward in these cards, cause it took a little bit time to dry whatever we are doing on them. Like here we put the lacquer paint and with that golden thing, so that's why it's taking little bit part. Here I'm introducing a really different colors, like the yellows and greens. I don't want everything should be like Valentine. If it's Valentine, it should be all the things should be red and pink. No, you can have a different color combinations also, although you can have a little bit of pink or a little bit of orange, whatever it is, the red, but it's totally depend on you. maybe you can create the red and pink background with those flower stencils. That will also look good. But this time I choose these colors, because at that moment I feel like that. And then I put something inside, adding some of the newer drops, green newer drops there, and this completes our card. And then I was like, oh, I didn't finish those cards. Why? I said bye. And then okay, so we have to finish these also. So I'm just popping up these cards inside, and then I put that O inside. I choose a really nice subtle color of the bluish gray there, so that it should look nice on that. And then I choose the pink color card base, just to pop the whole panel on that. It's a very simple card, nothing fancy. Then you remember that paper which came with the kit, and it is having little bit of texture, and I spritz it with the spray which came in the kit. So, and I give it a shadow with the black, same spelling tag it out. And these are the sprays I just put on the cards base, and then I cut it out in the scallop one, so you get a beautiful background. These are very simple cards, you can very mass produce them, and it's very easy to make. Just spritz it, the colors, dry them, and then you can just put the love you sentiment on them, or you can just put the love, whatever like you like it. And then I'm just mixing and matching. That golden love you is from my stash. It is from last year's Spellbinders ones, I think. And then I just matched that black with the background black there, and then I decided to add a little bit of flowers. So I'm searching for the good positions, that where should I put them. You can create a bouquet of the flowers and put love there. Totally depend on what you like at that moment. Sometimes it's totally depend on your mood, that what's going on, and everyone's perspective is different, so no matter what. And these are the small heart shapes I have with me. These are the negatives from the Simons's heart shaped dies clusters. And then I just put little bit of those flowers there, and I choose the smaller ones. I don't think so bigger ones is going with them at that moment, so I just take out my punch. So this punch is very very old, and then I use that leftover of the green shimmery cardstock to make a hearts. And yeah, I know everybody makes a red heart. I made it green here, but yeah, it's still looking good. And then I thought that it's missing something, so I choose the scallop border die from the Spellbinders, and then I just decided to put it that on the one edge with the dark shimmery pinkish purplish color of the cardstock, because it is matching with that inside spray, which is that Fikasha spray from the Hero Arts. And then I just cut it the excess. I don't mind to cut off my 5x7 cards little bit to make it appropriate, and I will use the same envelope. Now here's the trick, I don't want that you should stamp, so I put the masking tape, painter's tape on it, and then remove that thing, and then you got like this kind of sentiment where you don't want to, or you can just cut them apart with the sharp scissors if you don't want to do that, and that will also give you the same effect. I'm just removing the excess ink, and then I'm gonna cut out that and put there. So you can mix and match your sentiments accordingly. You make me smile. It should not be always the Valentine cards. Whatever you bought, try to get more out of it. And again, I'm using those cubes to make those borders a little bit kind of good. And then I decided to add more on them, and more ink on them to get it more like matchy thing. And I really like, because I have the blob of that pink Fikasha color on the top of the card, and it is kind of giving that symmetry and comparing like nicely. So balancing out the things sometimes makes things work. And then I'm adding other stuff on it. So these flowers I cut out from the premium kit. They have this different dye with committed, and if you don't have this, you can use other floral dyes you have. Maybe you have lots of in your stash. Just try to figure it out what you have. This paper is very like fabric kind of structure to it, and it's really nice and thin, thick, but yeah, it die cut out very properly. So I put some of those flowers there, and I don't want to. I first of all I thought that I use the bigger ones, but I end up using only the smaller ones there. And then I just peel off those negatives from those flowers and I add those also. It is not a perfect heart shape, but it is kind of giving the illusion of heart shapes. And in this way we complete all of our cards. I hope you like these projects, and I'm gonna make more cards with them if time permits. If you got inspired and like some of these idea, you want to try or you want to make something different by these or taking ideas by these, let me know in the comments. I love to read your comments. And if you like my channel, consider subscribing, giving me thumbs up if you like what I made. And until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. Take care and bye bye.